Animaniacs in Equestria written by Top One. I wonder who the bad guy is? The Warners followed their episode all the way to the animators, getting in their way as well. And what's that? That's called a tweeninette. That's a key from Minette. That's my wife. After many arduous weeks the episode was finished, and there was much rejoicing. Yeko lifted a wine glass full of Mr. Pibbsy and his siblings sat around the writer's table after hours. Well siblings, it's finally here. Tomorrow we'd get back on top. I can't wait to see the ponies. Dot exclaimed. I think I'll name one Fluttershy. Actually there already is one named that, Weko added. Wait, really? I was just kidding. Regardless, Yeko silenced them. Remember the plan: steal the show and eat the scenery. Weko joyously exclaimed, dumping his entire wine glass, pig and all, into his mouth and letting out an enormous belch. Close enough. Day of the premiere. In the town of Ponyville, a certain princess is reading in her library, and it seems we're using too many ellipses. So on with the show. Twilight sat in her library with a particularly engaging book. Though to her all books were engaging. You'd know, 'cause they're books. A knock at her door made her look up. Coming. She walked to the front door and opened it only to be surprised beyond words. Princess Celestia. Celestia smiled at her. Hello, Twilight. May I come in? She bowed a little and invited her in. What's this about? You never come down without telling me first. Celestia pursed her lips and looked off to the side as if she were debating with herself. Well, you see, I'd been getting these feelings for the past few weeks and I honestly don't know who to go to anymore. Twilight smiled since she was thrilled the princess thought of her. Oh. I'm here to help then. I just read a book on psychology last week, so maybe we could use some of that. Celestia frowned. I'm not crazy. Twilight froze. I mean, thank you, Twilight, but no. These feelings I've gotten are not in my head, I assure you. They feel more like elements. The only problem is, yes, they don't feel like portents of evil but more of annoyance. Annoyance. Twilight looked at her teacher with a concerned gaze. So, there's no danger then? Celestia sighed. Just the same response as everybody else. Maybe I'm just thinking too hard about this. I mean, it really doesn't feel like a threat is coming, just something annoying. Twilight frowned and thought. The princess had prophetic visions before. It was probably better to check on this than not. Don't worry, princess. Me and my friends will take a look into this annoyance. Celestia smiled again. Thank you, Twilight. Even if it's just to humor me. She began to walk to the door. Are you sure it's not Discord? Celestia shouted as she left. Okay, she replied defensively. Twilight shut the door behind her and stood in silent thought. Something annoying, huh? I think I know just the pony to see about that. Enter theme song. Yeko, Weko and Dot sat before a projector in a darkly lit room, their silhouettes displayed against the colorful screen as it showed the opening to My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. That was a neat opener, Yeko, Weko said as he munched on popcorn. But are you sure we can't have Discord in this episode? Yeko shrugged. John Delancey had to cancel at the last minute. Swoon and little hearts appeared over her head. Oh, John Delancey, you're a fan? No, but the man's voice is like audio butter. The theme song slowly began to come to an end. Well, looks like we're up, Yeko said as he got out of his chair and stepped onto the edge of the screen. You two coming? Hold your horses, Dot yelled back as she struggled down to the edge of the screen. I haven't done this in a while. Yeko helped Weko up and they all took their first steps into the cartoon. Just outside of Ponyville, the Warner brothers and their sister Dot took in the new scenery that surrounded them. Yeko spread his arms in wonder and breathed in the air. Ah! Smell that, Sibs. That's the smell of Adobe Flash in the air. Weko's eyes began to tear up as he saw a pretty bluebird gracefully land on a branch and feed its chicks. It's more beautiful than I ever could have imagined. Dot took a look around and shrugged. Meh. I can still see the storyboard. She grabbed the edge of the horizon and pulled back to reveal a pencil drawing of the same scene. She put it back and patted the animated dirt off her gloved hands. Sloppy. You'd never see this kind of shoddiness with those cheap Korean animation studios. She paused as her eyes widened and then made a forced smile to the camera. I mean, completely legitimate American animation studios. Nice save, Yeko whispered to her with a smirk. Oh, let's just go. Dot said impatiently. Yes. Yes. Weko replied as he bounced up and down giddily. Yeko pulled out a list from his pocket and looked it over. Okay, do we want to hit up Sugar Cube Corner or Sweet Apple Acres first? He looked up from his list to see both were gone. Or maybe we could just wing it. He crumpled the paper and tossed it away. Meanwhile, at the Hub Animation Studios, the animators tore out their hair as they watched the live broadcast of the episode. What are they doing? Splitting up wasn't in the script. Do we even have enough animation for this? The door to their room opened dramatically and a tall debonair figure in a blue suit strutted in. Everyone gasped. The director, they all whispered to each other. Oh my gosh, it's the director. No way, the director? What seems to be the problem? The director asked in a sophisticated tone. The Warners are messing with the script, one animator replied. If they go too far we won't have enough footage for scenes to give them, then we simply make more, the director replied. But sir, another animator insisted. The show's going on right now. How are we? She was cut off as the director grabbed her shoulders. Right now there are children waiting to be entertained. It may be the actor's duty to give them what they want. But we, the few chosen, must step forward to make sure that is conveyed. Now I ask you, what are you willing to sacrifice for your work? Because if that answer is not your very soul, then I say good day to you. The animator froze as her eyes set and she stood up. Yes. I feel it, sir. I'm on fire. Everyone else cheered in agreement. The director smiled and sat in a leather chair before waving his arm. Good, now get to making some more screenshots. Yes, sir. They all said at once and filed out of the room. The director was left alone to watch the screen as the Warners played and ran around Ponyville. He stapled his hands together and chuckled. Yes, I've been so patient, Warners. Wouldn't want anything getting in the way of my revenge, would we? MWAHAHAHAHAHA, from Laven. He stopped his laughter and cleared his throat while combing back his hair, making sure no one saw that. Yes. Revenge. Delightful. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video make sure to like and leave a comment and share it.